Do you know why I think most people fail when it comes to fat loss, building muscle, or anything in regards to gym and a fitness lifestyle? It's harsh, but it's true. It's not that important to you. Hear me out here. It's not. Think about it. We all don't want to go to work every day, right? But we know there's consequences if we don't go to work. Some of you might have children and you're tired. But if your kid is screaming or crying or sick or unwell, you need to tend to your child because you love and care for your child. Your child is important to you. Your job is important. If you lose your job, you can't pay your bills, right? Let's take your relationships. If you're less attentive, you don't go out on dates, you don't speak to them, the relationship can dwindle and fade. So you make sure to keep your relationship alive. You make sure that you are attentive to your partner as much as you can be. Some of you buy expensive clothes. Some of you buy expensive food and go out to eat. But you see where I'm going with this. When it comes to fat loss, building muscle, whatever it is you want, that needs to be as important as the things I listed before, or else you're going to find excuses to not stick to it. There needs to be no excuse when it comes to this other than you're actually sick and you cannot physically get to the gym. Otherwise, your eating should more or less always be on point. Now, I'm not saying you can't have bad days, but your mindset needs to be, I need to do better the next day. I need to do better the next day. I've heard so many excuses like, do you know what? For me, let me be honest. When I hear someone say certain things in my head, I say, they're not really on it. Oh man, how's the gym going? How's your fat loss going? How's the building muscle going? Well, I haven't really been, work and. But you was consistent for the 2 weeks before though. Now I'm not saying life circumstances can't happen, but your aim should be whatever I'm going through, I'm going to get back on it, or I'm going to sneak in workouts where I can. I can always tell when someone's not serious because the excuses come in. There's not a concrete reason as to why they are not still on the journey. And it's because it's not that important to you, and that is okay. But you can't lie to yourself and say that it is. It's not, or else you would find a way to do it. You would find a way to stick to your routine. Let me tell you this. When certain things happen in the world, I think you know what I'm talking about, few years back now, I got the biggest I've ever got. And my health was not a priority to me. And I let myself get way out of shape. Now, there are so many things that I could have done. Hindsight, incredible thing. So many things that I could have done to stay in shape or to get in even better shape. I had time and I had money. I could have bought a home treadmill that I could have tucked under the couch. I could have gone for daily walks. I could have continued to count my calories and make sure that I'm not just at home eating and getting bigger, but I didn't because it wasn't that important to me and I paid the price. So I'm not saying this to be harsh, but a lot of people get online and they watch these videos and they get motivated, but motivation does not last. It dwindles. You need a strong why. Why is it that important to you? What is going to keep you getting up in the morning? What's going to keep you skipping the Snickers bars? I'm not saying you can't have your sweets and treats, but you get what I'm trying to say here, guys. And people don't want to be faced with that. Most, not all, but most people, they just have excuses. It's excuses. I speak to tons of people, because they know that I'm into fitness, etc. And they'll tell me, oh yeah, I wanna drop this, I wanna lose that, I wanna build this. And I'll check in with them month later, 2 months later, and it's always something. But there's never an excuse when it comes to going to their job and getting that money. There's never an excuse when it comes to going to the club. There's never an excuse when it comes to catching up on the Netflix series. Like, people find time to do those things and find time to stay committed to these things that don't, cause a bit of discomfort. So you gotta ask yourself, if you keep failing and failing and failing at something, going through periods of being inconsistent, consistent, inconsistent, consistent, ask yourself and just be honest, because the first step is awareness. Is this really that important to me? Do I have a strong reason why I want to do this? And if the answer is no, then at least you can say, maybe I need to find my why. Because there's something that keeps drawing me back to this. Or you might just think, you know what? I don't want it bad enough, and that's okay too. I would say that's one of the biggest reasons why people fail when it comes to their goals in fitness, in anything. It's not that important to them, but they don't even realize that. Listen, there is times I do not want to get up and go to that gym. I want to tear through that fridge and eat everything in sight. But my mind flips back to my why. I know how I would feel if I end up back at square one. I say to myself, okay, it's a short-term fix, but in the long term, I'm going to feel worse. So, nah. So, when you have a why that you can always flip back to, you might want to feel comfortable and confident in your clothes. You might want to be more attractive. You might finally want to be able to take your shirt off at the beach and strut on the sand. I don't know. But when you can flip back to that why, it makes the journey that little bit easier. If you do want to take it seriously, I'm here to coach and I'm here to help you. The link is available in the description below. I've written a book on how I dropped 80 pounds, kept it off without giving up my favorite foods, okay? You'd probably spend more on your lunch at work than you would this book. Also available in the description below. But what do I know? I'm just a dude named Reese. Peace.